From the start of your outboard until you return to the dock, make sure your boating experience is always fun and enjoyable by remembering that maintenance matters. Presented by Yamaha.
John, let's take just a minute and talk about one of the most critical items in an outboard, and that's your water pump.
Who we again have on the program is David Meeler. David is a master marine technician at Yamaha. And why is the water pump such a big deal in an outboard engine?
Obviously, this is how the cooling water gets to the engine. It draws it in through these grates, and if you have any kind of debris like sand or silt, it'll get into the water pump, which is simply a rubber impeller in a stainless steel cup, and that can actually act like sandpaper and lower the water pressure by creating scratches and damage to the impeller.
Why should we never, ever start an outboard engine dry?
If you take rubber and drag it across dry stainless steel, it won't last very long. It creates a tremendous amount of friction and heat, and you'll actually rip the blades off of your impeller.
So you need water to keep it lubricated.
That's right. Never start it without water.
How do we drop a lower unit?
There's 4 bolts that'll be apparent on the side of the outboard, and then there'll usually be one up underneath the anode here that's a 5th that you'll need to take off, and then it'll drop straight down.
Okay, how do we remove the water pump?
This is just 4 bolts typically that you'll remove, and you'll pull this straight up the drive shaft. And inside this cup, underneath this housing, will be the impeller.
Okay, so you want to make sure that you put the grease inside this cup, and you spin in your impeller going into a clockwise fashion.
Clockwise only.
All right, then you can put it back together. Now, if somebody's not mechanically inclined, they could always take their Yamaha outboard to a dealer, right?
Sure.
And they could do this service.
Absolutely.
Dave, you were real instrumental in the writing of Maintenance Matters, and there's over 1 million copies of this out there. People are getting this like crazy. It's free, okay? You and a lot of the master marine technicians at Yamaha put this together, but the information about the water pumps is in this, lower unit information, the electrical system. Man, this is really, really cool stuff. And I know that you can get this just by going to any Yamaha dealer in the world, pretty much. But how could somebody get this online?
You'd find it at maintenance.yamahaoutboards.com.
Thank you so much. Again, critical information.
Thank you.
No matter where this day takes you, don't change your heading until after the program. We'll be right back.